What's going on, guys? Today we are going to create a CRUD application in PHP using MySQL database in Bootstrap. The CRUD application means create, read, update and delete. That is, this is the most commonly used operation in any database. That is creating or inserting and reading, that is selecting, updating and deleting. So let's do it. Before doing that, you need to have a couple of things installed in your system. That is, one is text editing software. Here I am using VS Code, and another one is server application, because PHP is server side scripting language and it cannot be executed by your local machine. You have to have a server to execute that PHP script. So let's do it. But if you have no idea about how to install VS Code and WARM server, I already created one video. The link is in the description section. You can watch that. So let's do it. First of all, go to your drive where you install your WARM server, and then go to WARM64 and then www folder. You need to save all your PHP script inside this www folder. This is the localhost. Now right click on new and then click on text document. Here goes CRUD php.php. You should have .php extension because we are going to write PHP script inside the. Then right click, open with VS Code. Now type HTML and then the emit will show a couple of options. Select HTML5. It will give us a boilerplate or skeleton HTML code. Here title goes CRUD application. Now inside the body, here we are going to use a Bootstrap. So go to any web browser and go to getbootstrap.com, and we need to connect our application with the Bootstrap. So for that, and read installation documentation and scroll down and copy the CDN link because we need to let our .php file know that this HTML section uses the Bootstrap. So for that we need a connection here. Simply paste that. Now go back to browser. By the way, in this tutorials we are going to copy and paste a lot. So copy that. Now go to documentation. In this tutorials we are going to create a CRUD application that is responsive. So for that we are going to use a grid system. The grid system is the system we can use it to create a responsive application that runs in either a mobile phone or tablet or computer smoothly. So grid system actually divides the entire width of the web page into two equal parts here. So we are going to use the grid system. Simply copy this, go back and here paste it and simply save that and go back to browser and let's see localhost. And before typing localhost, what you need to do is you need to run your server application, that server. Now after running your server application, go to localhost /CRUD php.php. Now here you can see grid system divide our entire web page into 3 columns, and we are going to display our content in the middle one. So go back and we are going to hide this. We are going to hide this, and here we are going to write our entire course. So go back and go to Bootstrap's website, and what we are going to do is we need a form. So go to a form section and go to floating labels. We are going to use floating labels like this. So simply copy this and then go back and paste it. Simply save it and again go back and reload it. There you go. Now it would be nice to display some text over here above email address. So for that, what you can do is here I'm going to write one div, and inside that div I'm going to display h1 tag and here CRUD application, and I'm going to use class here. Div class is equal to background color is equal to light. You can choose a background color from Bootstrap. You can search background color Bootstrap and it will display some colors that you can use. Background color is light. Padding is equal to 5, and then this should be rounded, and margin bottom is 3, and then the margin top is 3. Simply save it, go back and reload it. There you go. Now let's check the responsiveness of this. So this is in the desktop view, this is in the tab view, and this is in the mobile view, but it is not looking nice. So what you can do is go back to VS Code, and here instead of only columns, what you can use is in large we can use 4, and other we can use auto. Now refresh it, and here finally there you can see this is in the mobile view. It is taking space from left to right. It looks good in mobile. This is in the tab, and this is in the desktop view. But I want to display CRUD application in single line. So what you can do is you can increase the number of column here, like 6. Let's see how it looks. 6 is pretty nice. Or give only 5. 5 is okay. Now email, password. Now what else we need? We need a first name and last name. So go back to VS Code, and you can simply copy this. Simply copy this and paste, and you have to edit it. Here goes the input type is equal to text, and placeholder like run, and here label first name, and here goes input type is equal to text, and placeholder is equal to course, and here goes last name. Simply save it, go back and refresh it. Now we see this. Now here these two are overlapping. So what you can do is here you can use one class, that is margin bottom 3. Simply save it, and again here give also margin button 3 because we are going to use a button. Refresh. There you go. Now we need a button, couple of button here. So go to Bootstrap and scroll down. You can see a component section. Inside that button, and scroll down, here are variety of button like primary, secondary. You can use this. Scroll down, and what I am going to use is I am going to use this button. So simply copy this, go back, and here outside this div simply paste that, but I don't want to display in the end, so simply remove that class, save it, and go back and reload it. I already told you in this tutorials we are going to copy and paste a lot. Go back again, we need more button, so simply copy, paste, and again one button, so simply copy and paste it. Now here goes home, here goes create, and then here goes read, and here goes update, and here goes delete. Save it, go back in, reload. But there is no any equal space here. What you can do is simply remove it. Go back, reload it. Now there is equal space. Now you can change the button color. So go to here, and here you can see I'm going to use this color between warning, danger, primaries, and then success. So go back, delete. In delete, we are going to use danger. In update, we are going to use warning. In read, we are going to use success. And in home, we are going to use secondary. Save it, go back, and reload it, and update what happened. Go back, reload. There you go. Now we complete our designing part. Pretty nice designing. Here you can see home, create, read, update, delete. Now go back and give the name to each controls, and here this type should be submit. Button type, here goes SUBMIT, and give name to each button. Name is equal to delete, so that we can access this in our PHP backend. Name is equal to update. Here is SUBMIT. Here again, name is equal to read, and here name is equal to create. And here we need to go back to the home. So instead of button, what you can use is you can use anchor tag, and here button and /a, and here name is equal to home, and this is not type. Here instead of type we use href. Here goes localhost /root php.php. Save it and give name to each controls. Now here goes name. This is L name. A little bit zoom in. F name. Here name is equal to pass, and finally here name is equal to user. Save it, go back, reload. Now go back, and what we need to do is we completed our designing part. We need to create a database. So for that, go to localhost, and then go to phpMyAdmin. The default username is root, password is empty, but I set my password. Login, and then here click on new, and here CRUD PHP. Database name is CRUD PHP, and we need how many fields are there? We need a ID field also. So go back to VS Code and simply copy this email. Copy, because we need an ID while we are updating our database. And here goes text. Here goes label ID, and we don't need placeholder. Save it, go back and reload it. ID, email, password, first name, last name. 1 2 3 4 5. We need a 5 column here. So number of column 5, and table name CRUD PHP. And then click create. Now here goes ID, here goes email, here goes pass, here goes F name, here goes L name, and data type is integer, varchar, 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 like 5, 50, 50, 50, 50. Now This ID need to be auto increment, so check that AI auto increment and click save. Now go back to VS Code. Now we need to connect this PHP with our MySQL database. So here PHP, and here goes connection is equal to MySQL underscore connect, and here goes localhost first parameter, and then database username, that is root, and then database password, that is I set my password and then our database name, that is CRUD PHP. Now you can check if there is a connection. What you can do is you can echo connection. It is only for the testing purpose. Else echo error. Now we need to write code for, first we are going to insert some data. Insertion code. Now if is said when the user click that create button, what we are going to do is we are going to here, we don't need ID because ID is auto incremented. So here goes email is equal to $_post, and here goes email. This index should be exactly same as the name that you given here. What is it? Oh, here goes email, not user. Email, and then password is equal to pass, and then f name is equal to $_post. Here goes f name, and then l name is equal to l name. Now write on query. Insert query is equal to insert into our table name, that is CRUD PHP, and then our column, that is email, pass. Let's check our column. Email, pass, fname, lname. We don't need to give this column name if we are going to insert into all columns, but here we are not going to insert in all column because ID is automatically incremented by MySQL. So we have to provide the column name here, insert into this column, and then value. And then we are going to use parameter substitution here for the obvious reason, that is the danger of, that is the possibility of SQL injection from other people. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now $stmt is equal to MySQL underscore prepare, and then connection, and then insert query, and then MySQL underscore statement underscore bind underscore param, and here goes our statement, and then type of the value, that is the data type. Email is string, password is string, first name is string, last name is string, and pass the value. Now email, password, fname, lname, and this is the extra one. There you go. Now we need to execute this. Now MySQL statement execute, and if MySQL affected rows connection and then greater than 0, if that is the row affected by this query, then what we can do is we can echo, and here I am going to display script type is equal to text JavaScript. We are going to display alert box here, lm, and alert. Here goes inserted or created successfully. And then slash script. Otherwise, you can display error, else echo error. Save it. Now go back, run, and then here you can see connection. Now RunCodes mail at gmail.com. Here goes run codes. Now click on create, and data message box should display here created successfully, but here we got nothing because go back. Here we need to wrap all this inside our form. So here simply code this and form. We don't need action. Form, we need method. Method is equal to post, and inside that form paste that, go back, reload it. Now insert some value here, and then click on create. Here we got error because type to x is undefined variable $_post. We got error. So go back. This should be capital letter because this is a super global variable. We get email, pass, fname, lname. Left check, email, pass, fname, and then lname. Go back, reload, click on create, and we don't see nothing. That means we get error here again. This should be here. Save it, go back, reload, and here, and click on create. Now message alert box should display created successfully. Now go back to our database and let's see whether our value is inserted or not. So here, there you go, our value is inserted twice. For the first attempt, what happened is I mistakenly closed this here and we don't see the alert box, and in the second attempt we got inserted. Now that is for insertion. Now read some value from database. Now here, if is set, here goes read. Our button name is read. This should be exactly the same as we have given there. And here we don't need to read data from the user. So here directly write read query is equal to select all from our table name, that is CRUD PHP. And before that, here what I am going to do is I am going to define one variable. Result is equal to empty string, and here I am going to execute result is equal to MySQL underscore query, and here goes connection and then the read query. Now here we are not going to display any data here inside this, but what we are going to do is we are going to display data here, and we are going to hide all these floating labels, and we are going to display only buttons, and here we are going to display one table displaying all our data that is inserted or that is present in our database. So go back, and here again what we can do is we can give a background color to this. Here what you can do is here bg dash list and round rounded means the corner are will be rounded. Go back and reload. There you go, a bg color, background color. It is now looking pretty nice. Now go back, and what we can do is here inside this form, here PHP, and close that. And here what we are going to do is, if there is some result, what we can do is here we can again check if MySQL underscore norm underscore rows. If there is any rows extracted by this result, then what we can do is we can only display table. Otherwise, we are going to display this form. So here I am going to display one table, and I am going to use the Bootstrap class here. Table dash dark, that means a black background table, and inside this table I'm going to write table row and then table data. And but before table data we are going to display table heading. So here th, and what you can write is we are going to display 5, so th and asterisk and then 5, it will give me 5 table heading. Here goes id, and here goes email, here goes pass, or here goes f name, and here goes l name. And outside this I am going to write another table row, but before that table row, in this table row we are going to display our data. But before that, what we have to do is we have to look through our database content. So for that I am going to write PHP and close this, and here while $rows is equal to MySQL underscore fetch underscore array, fetch underscore associate, not array, and here goes our result. That is the executed query here. And in that query, if there is any array available, so what we are going to do is here we are going to display this row. So here goes table data, and table data also 5, and here PHP, and in this way you can integrate PHP inside HTML. And here goes echo, and then ROWS rows, and here goes index ID, because we have ID in our database, and this page underscore associated extract the database in the array form, and this will be the index. And what you can do is you can simply copy this and paste here, and paste here, and paste here, and paste here. And here goes email, here goes pass, here goes f name, and here goes l name. And after this table, what we have to do is we have to close our loop, PHP, and close, and there you go. Now after table, what you can do is if this is the data, then we have to display this table. Otherwise, if there is no data, otherwise we have to display our form. So PHP is to close, and else what we are going to do is we are going to display these controls Here goes PHP and close that PHP. Now go back and reload it and click that read. We got error. Here we got undefined variable result in line 71. So go back, and here we have a result, and here is the error result result. Go back and reload it. There you can see, click that read, and again we see undefined array key. So there are a lot of typo error. Go back, reload, and click that read. It is displaying here in this way, and it is hidden our form. But here our table is not displaying in dark color because I have to give class name and not simply type that. Class name is equal to that one. Go back and reload, click that read. There you go. Now it is displaying in nice way. Now we have to click that home. It is displaying our form. Click read, created. Now click read, and the form is hidden. And when I click that read, our database content is displaying table. Now we need to write code for update and delete. Now go back, and here update. If it's set, here goes update. In the update, we need to take the user input. So simply you can copy all this. And also ID. So here ID is equal to here goes ID. Then let's write the update query. Update query is equal to update our table name, that is CRUD PHP, and then set, and then email is equal to what, pass is equal to what, f name is equal to what, and l name is equal to what. And then we need a condition where generally SQL statements are written in capital uppercase, where ID is equal to what. Now statement is equal to MySQL underscore prepare, and MySQL underscore statement bind parameter, and here goes value string, and then integer, and here goes email, password, and then first name, and then last name, and then finally ID. And then execute this, and then check if my SQL underscore affected row is greater than 0. What we are going to do is we are going to display one alert box. Simply copy this and paste inside here, and here updated successfully, and otherwise else then error in updation. Then now go back to browser, and here I'm going to update the ID of 3, and here goes email run, and then click that update, and localhost said error in updation. That means we have error undefined array key ID. That means go back and scroll down, and here we have a give the name of this is ID. So we give that name is ID. Previously we gave user, that's the type error, and ID, and go back and reload, and ID 3. Here goes run it gmail.com, run run codes. Now click that update, message will display updated successfully. Now let's check whether the data is updated or not. Click that read. There you can see previously it is empty, now it is updated. Now let's write the code for delete. Go back and here deletion. The process is same. If is set delete, we need the ID and we don't need others. Now delete query is equal to here the delete from our table, that is CRUD PHP, and condition where ID is equal to what. And now same process, and here goes integer and here goes ID, and execute that and check if MySQL affected or not. If that is affected, what we are going to do is echo and simply copy this and simply paste that, and here delete it successfully, otherwise else error in deletion. Now go back, reload it. Now I want to delete the ID 3 and click that delete. Delete it successfully. Now let's read. There you go, ID 3 is deleted successfully. So that's all in these tutorials, guys. This is a pretty long tutorials and pretty useful tutorials as well. You can share this video tutorials with your friends so that they can create a CRUD application in PHP, and this is a very basic and mostly used operation in database. So you should know that, and your friends also know that. So thank you for watching these tutorials. Give thumbs up, which really motivates us to create such programming tutorials which are pretty long and which takes a lot of times. And stay connected with us. For that, you have to subscribe our channel because we have a target of reaching 100K this year. So help us with that. And now we also created login and user registration form in PHP using Bootstrap and MySQL. Have a look at that also. And thank you once again for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next tutorials.